it's Tuesday. I'm back to my old routine to some extent. Well, I've got to go to the dock again tomorrow to have a redressing, so that's going to continue on for some time. I actually saw a review for a food court in Legian, which is actually north of Kuta in Bali. It's going to be the area where I'm going to be staying. And it was the strangest review, because the guy went through all the menus, which is very useful for all the places there. It must have been about almost a dozen different outlets. And I thought the prices were incredibly reasonable, but he was bitching about it and thought you could get a lot better value in smaller places elsewhere. Even if that's true, I mean, the thing is, he didn't actually try any of the food there, so he didn't actually even have a clue about the quality of the food or the quantity. So he's just guessing. He seemed to be more concerned about what type of furniture the restaurants had. That was bizarre. He was going on about hardwood seats and stuff like that. It was quite a strange review. But the prices were, some of the items, especially the Indonesian stuff, was a little over $1 a serve. I mean, surely that's cheap by anyone's standards, but not according to him. Leaving has got the worst BO that I've ever encountered. Yeah, a whole lot of you youth got on in Smithfield. It's probably about a group of 20, I would say. And boy, they reach big time. Oh God, it was choking. And it's one thing you don't factor in when you compare private transport to public transport. It's happened a few times up here, but that's probably the worst I've encountered. It was, I'm assuming that they had a fairly heavy night and they're going home to recover, but after partying, that's all I can figure, because oh boy, there was a lot of sweat, and it was difficult. It was almost choking BO. Horrible. Anyway, I'll be looking forward to getting into the clinical environment after that. So it's not too bad down here weather-wise. Got the 110 to supposedly to here, but only went as far as the university from Smithfield, and it was an e-bus, and it connected with another e-bus that's going all the way to Palm Cove that dropped me off here. So I'm not quite sure what they're doing with the e-buses, just trialling them, I guess. But I asked the guy if there's a problem with them, but the driver wouldn't really give me any information. So anyway, I got my shopping done, and I'll be able to stop off at the liquor land on the way back, and hopefully the clean skin gin is back in stock, because it's not listed on one of the Liquorland affiliate sites. So first choice, it's not listed there as in being in stock. So I don't know what's going on. Maybe they're just not delivering it. Maybe you have to come in person, or maybe they haven't found that container, missing container of all the clean skin gin. Not sure. It's a bit of a warm day actually. I don't know if it's such a smart idea. I probably should have waited for the 111 dropped me at my door virtually. I did have the gin, so that's something. So I got myself some more clean skin gin tonight and a bottle of cheap red, and now I've got a 20-minute walk back home. I also asked the GPs, because this GP here is allied to well, they're the same company as the one in Trinity Beach, And for some reason, when I actually requested all these appointments for redressing a wound I had, they sent me to Trinity Beach rather than Kewarra. And then I asked them yesterday when I was in Trinity to get treatment, and they said the facilities are as good at Kewarra as here. So I don't know why they're sending me to the other practice. It's very strange. It is a nice walk, so I don't really care. It's only an extra 5 minutes. But it's just a bit strange, that's all. Try to work things out in this crazy world. Bit of a challenge, I think. At least there's a bit of shade here, thank God. Get back, have my last antibiotic capsule and a nice cup of coffee, Vietnamese style. That's what I'm really hanging out for. Today I'm heading off to the back to the GPs at Trinity Beach. I'm going to take my crappy old K Mart heavy bike, manual bike without any pedal assist, mainly because it's there's very little chance anyone will nick it from that shopping centre, and if they do, it cost me $165. So you know, compared to tenfold that for the e-bike, I'm not so concerned about the security. It is a high risk area. Dodgy characters get off the bus in that area, so I know that's a bit sus. But I'll lock it up and see how we go, and fingers crossed it'll all go well. So anyway, I'll just head outside and get on the old bike and just take it slowly. You've got plenty of time. Give myself 25 minutes to get there. That's the walking time it takes. So on the bike it should be less than half that. So we'll see how we go. It's about 20 past 10 right now, and we'll see how long it takes me to get to the GPs. I encountered quite a bit of headwind last time I walked down here. The good thing is it's not putting any strain on my left foot, so it's good low impact stuff for me being on the bike. I don't even know which gear I'm in at the moment. Might be in the lowest. There's the old faithful bus. Just heading out to Gannet Street now. Fairly quiet this time of day, one would think. Let's see if we can just ramp up the gears one bit. Yep, there we go. It's not bad. Yep, that feels fine. Like I say, I'm just not going to push it. I've got sunscreen on as well, so I've covered all the contingencies. Although I got about at least half an hour of sunshine yesterday when I walked back from the bus. It would be a at least 25-30 minute walk from Cook Highway yesterday, so got a fair bit of exposure there, but no burning, so that's good. I'm still using some old sunscreen I probably bought about 4 years ago. It's probably out of date, but it still seems to provide some protection. You know, I really like it down here. This is a lovely part of the Kewarra. I was a bit concerned yesterday. I found out that there was a huge new development that had been given the okay in Kewarra. It was in Cairns Post, and I had to do a cross-reference because Cairns Post give you bugger all information unless you're a subscriber. And so I thought it was actually just down here to the left. There's a big vacant block that I've showed you a few times, but it isn't on this side of the highway. Steve, I passed on that information to Steve yesterday. He did a bit of research on Facebook and discovered that it's actually a development on the other side of the Cook Highway. So I think it's 120 units or something. It's quite a large development, but it won't affect us here. So something's going to be built up the road just here to the left. The land's too valuable. Getting a bit of wind here. I could go down to the lowest gear, but I think I'm pretty comfortable in the second lowest gear. I only got 6 gears on this bike, so it's not as easy to ride as the e-bike, but the e-bike's got its own problems. I like to take the battery out if I get to somewhere like shops. Then I've got to put the battery back on. It's heavy, don't like toting in the bag. I've just got the lock with this one. I don't worry about any other things like that. A couple of people riding bikes here. It is a great area to ride bikes. Nice. The breeze is a little cooling, so you know it's an ill wind, as they say. So that's the land there that's going to be developed into something, but we don't know what. There's absolutely no signage on it. So as long as it's not like a huge unit development, that'd probably be the worst thing that could happen. Although I think they probably will build units there, but hopefully something a little less congested. Haven't had to use the brake once. Yeah, not exactly crowded with people on this route. Now we go into the old Periwinkle Street. Should have cartoon characters on the bitumen. Well, I've really been taking this at a slow pace, but I've got a feeling that I've arrived probably 20 minutes early. Well, better to be early than late. And who knows, they might squeeze me in earlier. Not that it matters, nothing urgent. The life of a retiree up in North Queensland, you don't have much pressure when it comes to time. Hope you're getting a decent shot through the camera. The straps I've got on are a little loose still. I could probably do with some tightening up of them. I did readjust them, which definitely improved things. You're going to see a lot of motor mowers out at the moment because we've had so many wet days, had very little chance to do mowing, and I've got to do some myself. The backyard right at the rear of the house definitely needs a good mow now. Oh, beautiful, perfect timing. Oh. I'll ride in one piece, not too bad. Do a time check. Oh, that was good. Got that all done and no pain involved. Okay, back home. That was a good run back. Anyway, yeah, I think it took me less than 10 minutes to get back. Had a good run. Still a bit of life in the old push bike yet, I think. The e-bikes are not the be-all and end-all. It's good to have a variety of bikes, I think. So that was, yeah, it was a good ride. I enjoyed that. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great.